On the podcast, pull your heads in, pull your socks up. Chris Bishop tells local government New Zealand to start cutting back or be cut. And Shane Jones winds up the left saying more mining is coming. We're going digging, he says, and the opposition can barely put up any argument against it. Do they need notes? Are they really opposed to the extraction of anything, or was it just Jacinda Ardern's mad moment? Where is their opposition? Why are they so silent? Do they need to be told that they oppose this stuff? Who are they? Well, the real greenies. Please stand up, let's go.
Are we paying these people to front up, or are we paying them to fly to Wellington to eat their lunch? Should you really lose your career for refusing to take part in a 90-minute lesson about Māori culture? This government doesn't actually have any idea how to get economic growth. Show us what you made of, Prime Minister.
Editor-in-Chief with Duncan, Garner.
Okay, kia ora, g'day, welcome to the podcast. Two things. Well, first thing is please subscribe. Thank you very much. I'm Duncan Garner. Welcome. Two things you'll never see under an alternative government happen this week. Shane Jones openly celebrated mining, and Labour and their Green mates sat there like dummies taking it, saying nothing. Career politicians standing for nothing? They couldn't muster an argument against it. And Chris Bishop turned up at local government New Zealand and said, pull your heads in and stop spending. It's not your money. Two politicians doing something while the opposition sat silent, wondering what to do at all. So let's go.
It's the Slam Dunk.
Okay, let me start with Shane Jones, a crucial weapon in this government, pro-business, pro-mining, pro-getting something done. The man behind the fast track, he's wooed mining companies to New Zealand with the promise to fast track their plans, and if barriers emerge, call Jonesy. He'll remove them. It's refreshingly pro-business in a country that has seemingly pulled the shutters down on mining and extraction and banned oil and gas extraction. Billions and billions of dollars of investment left New Zealand, or it never arrived as a result. So Jonesy's wooing them. He's wooing them back and shoving it down the throats of the anti-mining opposition.
With characteristic modesty, I recently travelled to Singapore and Sydney, and a host of people asked me as a cabinet minister to confirm that the foolish moment of cancelling the oil and gas industry wasn't really over. I confirmed that it was, and legislation will soon pass. I also, in the context of economic growth, gave a glowing account of the fast-track legislation, the most permissive regime in Australasia. Not surprisingly, people are flocking to the resources sector, including the Federation mine, which is soon to enjoy an infusion of additional capital. Jobs will flourish, and indeed, we were regarded as a glowing light on a hill.
Jones has a host of announcements to come, companies that plan to expand into New Zealand because of the fast-track law that he's passed. Jones is celebrating it because in Parliament, if you don't, no one else will.
The one-stop shop is a key feature out of our coalition agreement. It is developing a host of pipeline projects, and in the event applicants strike problems that we did not understand in the construction of this legislation, the minister responsible and myself will ensure that they are swept away.
Labour, the Greens and Te Pāti Māori, they had hours and hours of warning that Jones was about to use Parliament as a place to platform his work, to show off what he's doing. But Labour, the Greens and Te Pāti Māori put up no resistance, no questions, no arguments, silence about fast track, no arguments about mining. They've either given up, they've lost the argument, or they don't have one, or someone hasn't written their lines for them. It wasn't on TikTok, so they said nothing at all. Perfect for Jones. He continued to celebrate his work while the opposition sat embarrassingly like dummies, all silent.
I have endeavoured to assure investors in the resources sector that we have decriminalised the coal industry. We have validated the gas industry. We are not in the business of visiting moral judgments upon various elements of the economy because we remain agnostic as to how we keep the lights on. I had the privilege of addressing a host of mining investors, professionals in Sydney. They regard the quality of leadership that I have shown on behalf of the government of such stature they invited me to be a politician in Canberra.
Jones was part of the Labour Party for years in Parliament. He now regards them as a huge waste of time and money and space, a shadow of their former selves, anti-everything to do with growth, putting the dole before coal. I think Shane Jones quite likes that line. And never missing the chance to highlight the mad nuclear moment of Jacinda Ardern's. Part of the reason why power prices are today 11% higher than at the start of the year.
Sadly, gas supplies have decreased, worsened by the Jacinda Ardern cancellation of an entire industry, which now afflicts our energy and electricity sector. The danger of such showy empty gestures will be laid out by me next Friday, 12 o'clock at New Plymouth in a public meeting where I will remind everyone that the cost of electricity is linked to the ongoing affordable access to fossil fuels, something that this minister is taking advice on in terms of ensuring we have adequate levels of access to our own coal and we expand gas whilst the wind blows, the sun shines and the rain falls.
And then came one of the best, most direct and honest speeches that I think I've seen from a government minister this term. Local government minister Chris Bishop invited to speak at what is surely the largest ratepayer-funded talk shop, the annual conference of local government, mayors, bureaucrats, advisors, EB specialists, yes men, road cone specialists, planners, Klingons and suckholes everywhere. It's in Christchurch, spending your money celebrating themselves, patting themselves on the back. Millions of dollars spent to hobnob, shake hands, look important, write notes, claim minibar expenses and feign interest in the whole thing. Bishop told them to stop the largesse.
We are getting our house in order. It's time you sorted yours out. I want you, and the government wants you, to make hard decisions about your spending. People do not elect you to make easy decisions, they elect you to make the tough ones. We as a government have had to make some very tough calls. Not all of them are popular. My message to you is this: it's okay to build a local road without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on art. Not everything you do has to be an architectural masterpiece. Not everything you do has to win awards for being the most sustainable or the most innovative or the most beautiful. Simplicity is smart. Complexity is costly.
He fronted them. These are the people responsible for your rates bill skyrocketing this year. Out of touch with the common worker, they continue to demand more in rates. And their work and mandate is dubious at best, said Bishop. He stood in front of them and said they were basically regarded as a rort who'd lost the faith of the public. It was no fluff speech so often delivered at these highly stage-managed events. Bishop, he told them straight to their face to stop spending millions trying to win awards and just build the bloody roads and build this necessary infrastructure without the added cost and trying to win awards.
Simplicity and cost effectiveness are in, gold plating is out. We can't afford it.
So the message is clear, no more 12% rate increases like Wellingtonians have had this year. Problem is, these councils can't see the problem. Months of messaging from the beehive to rein in spending appears to have been ignored. Luxon said pull your heads in and they ignored them. So let me point out one project that stinks of largesse. A new public toilet block in the capital with its rainbow lighting, the exterior of the toilets, will cost $2.3 million. You can build a number of standalone homes for that. $2.3 million. Let me read you this quote. Quote, the building with its ribbed timber facade looks great during the day and is transformed into a special light show at night. God, we just want to dump. Wellington City Council's Chief Operating Officer James Roberts said that. He was describing the facility. It's a place for a quick pee or a dump, and Roberts is celebrating the public toilets as though it's artwork. Help me now. Stop trying to change the world with other people's money. This is why rates are sky high. It's not your money. Because out of touch, unelected goofs are part of a culture designed to spend your money and spend as much of it as they can get away with. And then they'll up it again next year. Where are the checks and balances? So good on, Bishop. Here are the toilets. Check these out. The new toilet block's lighting system cost $150,000 alone. It's fancy lights. The dumps all look the same. The facility includes 2 standard and 3 accessible toilets with baby changing facilities, automated time doors and hands-free controls. Look, Mum, no wings. 2 of the toilets will be open 24/7. Well, that's a relief. With 3 locked between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. The 6th toilet is a changing places facility, which allows registered people with disabilities to use the toilet, change space and shower. There are 5 public toilets in the building, with a 6th specifically for those with the changing places, you see, access. $2.3 million. For 6 thrones. The cost includes a projected $420,000 for professional services, $33,000 the councils pay themselves for consents, $1.9 million for physical works. The lighting, as I told you, cost $150,000. God, I can get you some from Bunnings for $25. The pipes don't work or are antiquated and past their use-by dates in our cities. Our cities flood. We need more of the basics done well, but $2.3 million on a handful of toilets? This is proof that councils flush your money away. And proof that Chris Bishop's onto it. He's spot on. No one would ever spend $2.3 million of their own money designing a throne to pee into. Yet when the money is yours, they go nuts. I wholeheartedly hope that Bishop backs up his speech with action, and I hope the councils get the message. You can always vote people out in the upcoming elections, so get involved, get busy, get interested. But $2.3 million for 6 thrones? Give me a break.
Editor-in-Chief with Duncan Garner.
All right. Also want to say before we go, we have had so much feedback. Thank you so much for all your supportive messages. I actually don't think there's been anything negative at all. I've been sick and you've been really, really supportive and really encouraging. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and I hear you, and I've been through them all. So thank you so much. That is us. I can't hang around with it for too long. I might get sick, so we're out. Please subscribe. Thanks to my team, Isaac, brother. Life's no good without you. Without you, we don't have this. So thank you very much, mate. There's no dress rehearsal, all that stuff. I've been at the doctor this morning. God, they keep lecturing me. I've had tests. There's not an orifice that hasn't been poked. This is it. And boy, do I know that. Take care. Thanks for following us. And we'll catch you next time. Ta-da.
Editor-in-Chief with Duncan Garner.